So the first week that we got here in northern Wisconsin with our RV and our camper, it was in April, and I think it was the second night or sometime in that first week, we were all sleeping, you know, trying to get used to everything. And, you know, being in an RV and a camper is a little bit different than being in a house for most people. It's just not as secure. So anyway, we were sleeping. It was about 1:30 in the morning, and we heard this insanely loud, almost like a cat, like a row, row, and it was going crazy. Pretty much I was terrified. This thing was close to our RV where we were all sleeping that night, me, Yates, and the dog. And it was close. It almost sounded like a woman getting murdered, like screaming at the top of her lungs, but you could tell it wasn't, because it also made these other really bizarre loud noises. And so we were thinking that since it was April, they do say February and March, and because we're up at north here in Wisconsin, you know, even we're still having a little snow and it was cold, that really February and March is like their mating season a lot of times for mountain lions / cougars. And so we did some research, and we found out that that kind of sound is usually a female who is in heat. Okay, so and they come around like this one was coming around like every 7 days. It would come back. It was like a Sunday or Monday, and would come back and make that same noise for the next 3 weeks. So the DNR tried telling us after they listened to it that it was a gray fox. So we have red foxes and gray foxes, and after we did our research, they are similar, but that was not a fox. Okay? That's not a fox. So I bet you're wondering what I'm wearing here. And you might think I'm maybe in the Amazon or Africa, possibly, but no. I'm actually here in northern Wisconsin, and this is what I have to wear to go for a walk. So the flies, I guess they're called deer flies, horse flies. The new breed's called annoying flies. Just literally come at your head constantly, so you can't even really go for a walk. And then I also have my pack here, which I'm now carrying with me, which has my bear spray, because as we noted in this video or the last, we have bears up here very close by. So I'm carrying that with me, and I got my new air horn. This will supposedly scare the bears away. We got lots of mud up here, so I gotta don my boots, my rubber boots. They're kind of fashionable, a little hot up here, even in northern Wisconsin. But yeah, we got a lot of mud. So that's what I'm doing daily, just to go for walks, so that I feel safe. Yeah. So my daily walks include wearing this lovely safari hat. And again, it's not for style, it is for keeping all the flies away, because they literally attack your head while you're walking. So yeah, I wonder what people think of me wearing this, but well, gotta do it. So yeah, this is my hat from Amazon. Pretty stylish, pretty sexy, hey? No. Seriously though, mosquitoes and the flies have been so outrageously hungry up here that Yates and I are literally getting eaten alive, okay? And if I go for a walk, the flies just dart at the back of my head, the deer fly. And they don't stop, they don't quit, they like us. And Yates doesn't have a hat like this, but he has like a net, this kind of material, like jacket, because they bite his arms and stuff more than I have a problem with. But yeah, so this is my new ensemble. It's pretty sexy. Woohoo! I feel pretty ridiculous, but hey, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. Am I right? Yeah. So not only do we have cougars lurking around and lots of flies coming after us, trying to eat us, basically, we also have bears. Yes, bears, lots of them. Our mail person alerted us, and our neighbors also alerted us, that there is a mama bear with several cubs, and the cubs range from little itty bitty ones born this year to ones that were probably born last year, and they come across the street and walk through, and we heard them a couple times, and Yates thought they were cows. He's like, I'm hearing like a moo kind of sound. Like, we don't have cows around here. But we had just heard about the bears, so that means they were really close. We heard that in our driveway, and it's a couple times I've gone for walks. I'm very careful. I bring my bear spray, like I mentioned before, but like I would hear like a type sound, and I'm like, okay, let's turn around, Jack. As I walk my doggy, Jack, I'm like, let's just go, because if there is a female bear, she's going to be very protective of her cubs, and if you get between her and them by accident even, she will attack you, just like that recent video where that bear was walking on the ledge and the teen girl came out because she thought the bear was after her dog. Well, I was watching the video, I took it completely different. The bear to me was protecting her cubs, and the girl got real lucky because she literally hit the bear and it lost its balance on the cement ledge, and that's the only reason why she won that battle. Because if that bear wouldn't have, she was thinking, they're both thinking the same thing, I'm going to protect my baby, but the bear is going to typically win. So I know that. So anyway, our trail cam caught a bear right behind the house that we're about to demolish, which was about maybe 50 feet away from my camper at 11 a.m. was going to come around, but then changed its mind, probably because it saw the house that was abandoned and it's like full of glass and junk, and said, screw this. But we do have to be very careful. I did get my boat horn. They're very loud. They've been known to scare away bears, so if I do come in contact with one, and I also have my bear spray. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I am a little bit afraid to walk. I think the one that we caught in our backyard is a male. I've heard that the mother bears kick their male bears out when they get to a certain age and say, okay, you're on your own now. So they come out in the summer, typically here in Wisconsin, and then they start kind of learning how to do their own thing. They're not as dangerous as the females. However, I don't ever want to encounter one with my dog Jack, because Jack, I think, will not listen to me. And we can't run, we're supposed to back away slowly. I cannot envision Jack backing away slowly with me on his leash. So we'll just do the best we can, and we're enjoying our times up here. So like I said in my title, lions and flies and bears, oh my. It's like that. It literally is like that, and it's always a joy. It's always a joy. And the other thing that we found the other day was a snake. A very big snake, and our chicks, they're pullets now. They're like about 9 weeks old. They're getting very big. They surrounded the snake, and at first Yates thought he didn't know what it was. It kind of looked like a rattlesnake, and it started hissing and doing all that. So he had to go through and shoot it, as you'll see in the video here, because we didn't know. We didn't know what it was. We don't like to destroy life typically. But then when he did some research, it was not a rattlesnake. It was a snake. I can't remember the name, but a fox snake, I believe. They like to imitate a rattlesnake, and they actually have skin around the mouth that look like teeth. So they kind of come up and they slither and so we want to make sure, at that point. So we also have a snake too, besides the mountain lions, all the deer fly. And the bear. Now we have snakes. So hey, it's fun here in the wetlands in upper northern Wisconsin. So yeah, I'm enjoying my time here.